scientist? Okay. All right, thank you. So I am Eunice Maina Mburu. Maina is my father, Mburu is my husband. These days we just adopt, you know. Sio kama kitambo akina Juliana, they had to change their names. And akina Engineer Mudui, you know. So yes, I studied chemistry and mathematics at the University of Nairobi, the university. I hope it is still there.
Okay.
Sorry? Yes, it was the university. It is the university, the only one in Sub-Saharan and south of Limpopo. That's what we used to say.
Amen.
And I'm also a Microsoft certified system engineer. So Engineer Mudui, you have another engineer in the house, only that I'm not a water engineer like you. By the way, if you have water problems, Engineer Mudui is a good person, you know, like hiyo kapump inakuletea shida, or you want to construct a house and you're wondering who can do the wiring of water. Is there anything like that, Engineer Mudui, the wiring of water?
No, certainly not.
It's called what? The piping.
It's water services in the house, water services in your industry, water services in your farm, anything water, talk to me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Engineer, we will call it piping. The piping of the water in the house.
Okay, fair enough. But you can do piping and water refuses to flow, so.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, it can.
Yeah.
Okay. I think one of these days you need to educate us more.
Oh, yeah. I'll be glad to do that.
Awesome. So yes, I'm a Microsoft certified system engineer, and I'm a trained trainer. I was trained in management of learning. And I must say that in that institution, IAT then, I emerged top trainer for about 2 years in a row. I was the best trainer in IAT before I was promoted to the next level. And then after that, I thought I need to get rich. And as Juliana said, if you don't want to make money, you're in the wrong place. Because here is for people who want to make money. Why? Because money is good. You know, imagine a world without money. How? Money is the fuel that makes the car move. Can you imagine having a car without fuel? So it enables you to afford the things you want to afford. It enables you to afford the life you want to afford. It enables you to help the people you want to help. And I believe it is godly authored, you know, it is authored by God himself. So you need to want to make money. So I wanted to make money. And so I resigned from my training job then. And the best way to learn how to sell, because I read many books, and all the books told me that for me to make money and to be a great entrepreneur, I needed to learn how to sell. So I got into selling life insurance, and I was very successful as a life insurance agent. I was able to grow my income. You know, the income I was earning as a trainer, I was able to grow it 20 times in less than 3 years. So I believe that you can do it too. After being a salesperson I was a salesperson. Within the first year, I was also promoted to be a unit manager. Unit management meant that I have to recruit salespeople, train them, coach them, and make them productive. And I did that. And I was promoted to be a country sales manager into a business that was making huge losses, over millions of losses. And we were able to convert over 200 million of loss to 30 million of profit within 1 year. Of course, there's a lot of work that we had to put in, you know, close some products that were not profitable, design new products that were going to be profitable. And so my forte is sales from the beginning. You know, sales is not just pushing a product to a client. It is sales from thinking about what would customers want to buy, and then we design it and give it to them. In 2017, I resigned and started a company called BSmart, an online insurance comparison platform where we enable customers to compare benefits, those exclusions, you know, those things that you say that agents are not telling you. Yes, you're able to compare them from multiple insurance companies and get the right insurance for yourself. 2020, when COVID happened, I authored my first book. So I am an author. The first book is called Sell Me This Pen. Those who have read it, they say it's your sales Bible. So you need to get a copy of that book so that you read the sales Bible. And we also launched an event called Sales Fest Africa. Sales Fest Africa is an event we hold once a year, and we've been holding it for the last 3 years. And this year, we are taking people to network in Dubai in August. And I hope you have signed up for that. If you haven't, please make sure that you call us to sign up and start preparing for the trip, because you're going to network as you have fun. And I'm just looking at this. In 2021, we were able to grow BSmart 700%. That's seven times, yes. 7 times in 1 year, from 2020 to 2021. And in 2022, last year, we launched, I authored the second book, which was launched in 2022, Entrepreneurship Hits and Misses. And it's the same year that we founded the company called 20X Entrepreneur. And I'm sure you're wondering, why 20X? Is it even possible? How can that even happen? Is that what you're asking yourself? Let me see in the chat. Are you asking those questions? Is there anyone asking that? Why 20X? You can say yes in the chat if you are, and I will answer you. I'm just about to answer you. Why 20X? 20X because, oh, all right, yeah. We called it 20X because of my own personal experience, where I was able to grow my income 20 times in less than 3 years. And so we have an aspiration and a goal for you, for you. Why? Because without goals, then you just, anywhere you have arrived. So this is our goal for you. This is how we measure our success. We measure whether 20X is delivering when you make 20 times what you're making, okay? And our dream is that you make 20 times in 3 to 5 years, okay? I made it less than 3 years. Some of you will make it in a year. Others will make it in 3 months. Others will make it in 2 years. Others in 3 years. Others in 5 years. But if you are committed to what we, to the science that we have designed, the science of selling, then you will do it. So the question is whether you're committed or not. So this is our dream for you. And today we are discussing what is your dream. That is what we are discussing today. Oh, I forgot to say that over the, now we are 1 year, 3 months, and we've been able to train over 1,000 salespeople and entrepreneurs in 1 year. Okay, so, and there's a lot of impact. You can check our YouTube channel. And by the way, subscribe to it and share with your friends. And you'll see quite a number of testimonials on the channel. Our YouTube channel is 20X Entrepreneur. 20X Entrepreneur. Let me see what is on the chat. Geoffrey, yes. Have I answered you? Why 20X? Engineer Mudui?
Yeah, you have.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I'm sure others are like, 20 times in these economic hard times. Let me tell you a story. I believe sales is a science, and there's certain things that you need to do in a certain way to achieve certain results. My best years were the most difficult years in terms of what people are saying. And And let's pick some cases in point. Okay, I had some worst time. Yeah? My first business was actually a cyber cafe. I had a cyber, and we were also designing website. Then 2007, you guys voted. And then 2008, you decided that you're going to fight. And we banned our country and we banned our businesses. Now that is how my business went. It closed in that year. But I think, and when I look back, I don't think we would have closed. We just did not know how to restructure our business to survive the difficult times. Because it was the first business, you know, you're green. I didn't have someone to guide me and to lead me the way I am guiding you. And that contributed to our business closure. Many of you didn't know that, and now you know that I have failed in business. Yes, I've failed quite a number of times, but succeeded many times. Then 2008 happened. I resigned from my job in 2009. Those who are there, Engineer Modo, you were there. 2009 was very, very difficult in Kenya. You know why? There was the global financial crisis. Now ours was multiplied by the post-election effect. If you remember, that is the year many, many people were so broke to an auction. That is the year I resigned from my job. Can you imagine? How do you do that? And I struggled. The first 3 months, I didn't sell any sale. The 4th month, I sold 4 sales. The next 3 months, I didn't sell anything because I had not mastered the science of selling. So my sales were erratic, you know, because I've been chasing only these 4. When I closed them, I had nothing because I didn't understand the science of selling. The same year, after that, when I mastered the science of selling, I sold. And guess what? Now, in the insurance industry, there is something called Aki Awards. I qualified for Aki Awards in 5 months of work in a very difficult year. So what am I saying? That when I say 20X, it's not just words. It's not just something that, you know, looks nice to say. It is something I've internalized, I've lived it, and you can do it too. Are we together? Okay. Now, fast forward, 2013 was election year, wasn't it? 2013, I was able to grow my sales 5 times from 2012. So 2012, 2013, I grew 5 times. Now, just imagine if you grew 5 times every year. How many years do you need to grow 20 times? It's only 2 or less. Exactly, you see? So when I say that 20X is possible, it's because I've seen it. I'm sure for those who joined early, you saw some testimonials of people who have done 17 times in 3 months. So it is possible, but it takes you to understand science. So today, we are discussing goal setting. And before we discuss goal setting, it is nice that I share with you how we do it, how we make, you know, we help you achieve this dream that we have for you. You know, the way your parents were having that dream for you of becoming a doctor, becoming an engineer. We also have a dream for you of growing 20 times. And how we do it is, our approach is that we know that you know, there's no new information we can give you. It is there, it is available online. And today it's even much easier to get it. Do you know how you get it? Just get AI and ask it, how do I, give me 5 tactics of succeeding in sales. And it will give you nice one in, very well labeled. So we don't have a problem with knowledge. We have a problem with execution. There's a gap between what you know and what you do, because it is head knowledge. And even now, right now, there are people who will get to know something and you're like, oh yeah, I've known something new. And you will even give the feedback that you've learned something new. And then tomorrow you don't even do it. The Bible describes that as, you know, someone who looks at the mirror and they go away and they forget how they look like. You know that verse in the Bible? If you know it, you can type it in the chat to remind us. But yes, that is how we are. Now that gap is what we help you bridge, the execution gap. You see this someone down here? It is us trying to help you cross from what you know to what you do, to making money, as Juliana has put it, to making money. Okay, so let's discuss your goals. Why do you need to set goals? Let me hear from you. Why do you need to set goals? Why set goals? Why goal setting? Today we are discussing goal setting. And I hope you're putting your topic for next week, so that then we focus on it. Why should you set goals? Please unmute yourself and share. Haya, watu wameenda wapi? Am I here alone? What is happening? Where have people gone? Aha, Edwin's. Okay, go on, Kagwiria, Julius.
Okay, I think why we set goals is for us to have a destination, because you can never start a journey if you are not sure or you don't know where you're going. So goals get us moving.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kagwiria. It is the goals that keeps us moving. Anyone else? Okay. Can you imagine if one day you wake up and pack your bags and say you're going on a journey? You've woken up and you packed your bags, you're going on a journey. Where do you say you have arrived to? And you don't know this journey, you don't know where you're going, but you've packed your bags and you've started moving. So at what point do you know that you arrived? Let me see, I'll be calling your names. Edwin Kihara.
Without a goal, any place will be your destination. Any place, even where you are, without even moving, yeah, you
have arrived.
You have arrived because you don't have a destination.
Exactly. Thank you so much, engineer. And you can imagine that is how majority of you are doing your business. And you actually imagine you have a goal. And I believe that is why people are complaining that business is low. But my question is, if the economic times were different, where were you supposed to be? Do you know where you would have been? You get. So it is important to have clear goals. Edwin says, you'll know you've arrived when you unpack your bags. That's a very good one, Edwin. You know, you have arrived when you unpack your bags. So if you drive and you get to some place in Konza and you unpack your bags, you have arrived. Then you can even move and change direction and go to Makueni and you have arrived. So any destination is your destination. And therefore you don't know what affects your performance because you don't have clear goals. Is that true? So today we're not just discussing how to set goals, because I know you know how to set goals. Yeah, you already know how to set goals. So somebody said you can either make a living or design a life. How many of you are making a living? Let's see in the chat. How many are making a living? Making a living means, have you heard, how do you make your living? You know that question? How do you make your living? Basically, you wake up every morning to just make the living, happen. You just want to survive. Yeah. How many of you are surviving currently? Be honest. If you are in a survival mode and you actually feel that things are really tough, just share. Be honest. You can raise your hand. You can share in the chat. Anyone? Oh, here people are doing very well. How many of you have designed a life? That your life is the way you've designed it to be? Winfred, so have you raised the hand because you've designed the life or because you're trying to make a living?
Trying to make a living.
Or you're in that category? Yes. Anyone else? Thank you, Winfred. That's very bold. That's very honest. Sally, you've raised your hand. What are you trying to do? Yes. Now, you need to design the life you want. And how do you design the life you want? I want you to take you through an exercise. We call it DHD. When I was resigning from my job, my boss called me for a meeting that lasted many hours. And all he was trying to do is to convince me not to leave my job. I'm sure even you're wondering, how would anyone leave such a, I was earning 7-figure, no? Earning 7-figure in Kenya is not easy, is it? You know what 7-figure is? Not 6. Yeah, so I was earning 7-figure. And then I am leaving this job. And after spending, because we started a meeting at 11 a.m. and it ended at 9 p.m. I told him I have to leave. And he told me, Eunice, you regret the things you did not do. Okay. And to date, I can tell you for sure, if you look at your life, the things you regret most are the things you did not do. You have no regret of the things you did, but you have a regret for the things you did not do. Is that true? Let me see in the chat. Is there anyone who is saying something? Just look at your regrets. The things that you regret. Are they the things you did or the things you did not do? You know that thing you wanted to do and you didn't do? I wish I did. I wish I finished high school. I wish I did this. I wish I went to campus. I wish I took this job. I wish, I wish I quit my job 3 years ago. Have you heard someone saying, say they started a business and failed? And have you heard someone saying, I wish I didn't start the business? They say, I started a business, it failed, I learned lesson. But it's not a regret, but you regret the things you did not do. Anyway, I want to take you on a journey right now. On a journey of those dreams that you have abandoned, those hopes that you had, and those desires that are deeply within you that you have forgotten. They are calling you. You know that? So do you have a notebook and a pen? Let me see by a show of hand. Anyone? If you don't have, please quickly get it. And when we be having these sessions, please be coming with a notebook. Yes, I can see you. I see you, Kihara. Yes, you regret many. Yes, I see those regrets. Yeah. Now we need to move from regretting to actually living, designing the life that you want. So I want to see, do you have a notebook? Please give me a go ahead so that I proceed. I want to see quite at least 3 people giving me a thumbs up or a raised hand. So that, awesome. I have Winfred, who else? Yes. So I want you to divide that notebook into 3 columns. That paper that you have, divide it into 3 columns. Okay. On the first column, right, have On the second one, write be. And the third one, write do. So I want you on the first column to just write all the things that you would want to have. You know, your dreams to have, meaning things that you want to have, okay? Things that are tangible, you want to have them. Is it a house? Is it a car? Is it a, you know, your dream home? The things you want to have, okay? On the second column, put the things that you want to be, the things you want to become, the person you want to become, okay? Do you want to be lean, you know, lean and strong? In 2013, what helped me do 5 times? In 2012, I decided I was quite heavyweight, and I said that I want to have a lean, strong body. You know, I wanted to be strong and lean so that I'm able to run the race that was, you know, ahead of me. So what are those things you want to be? Please write them down. And then the things you want to do. What are those things you would want to do? Would you want to start a business? Would you want to you know, travel the world? The things you want to do. So have the things you want to have, be what you want to become, and do what you want to do. Let me know. Okay, so write that. I will leave you to continue with that even after this session, because this is a very important thing for you to do. When I am setting goals, for me, I like to begin with DHDs, you know, my dreams, hopes, and desires. You know, they're just right, but they don't be limited by anything. Assume the world is perfect the way you want it. Assume that it is not hustler government if you have a problem with it. Assume that it is the hustler government, the government that you dreamt to have to be there. Assume the world was perfect and continue dreaming. You know, put your dreams and hopes and your desires on that paper. Okay, so that's the first exercise. And it's very important that, you know, just write all of them, don't worry. Now, once you have finished writing them, I would like you to prioritize. Pick one big dream that if you did it, if you focus on that one, it will propel all the others to happen. Please unmute yourself if you feel I'm leaving you behind. You choose one top priority that, you know, that gives you a very strong why you must do it. So that's the next thing that you're going to do. Once you have listed all of them, I want you to just pick one. Don't pick 2, just one. That when I focus on this one, this will help me be and do and have all the other things that I want. I'll give you an example. When I decided that I needed to make a lot of money, so I prioritize my sales target over everything else. Honestly, I don't believe there's balance in life. If you have struck a balance, please tell us today. I've lived quite a number of years, many, and I've tried to balance and I've not balanced. Am I wrong? Am I the only one who has not been able to achieve balance? And because I now believe after many years of living, I now believe that there's no balance. And because there's no balance, then I prioritize. I do intentional imbalance. So I prioritize the one thing that will propel the others. And then once you do that, you need to connect that goal with your daily actions. And then after that, you commit to it. Commitment is not wishful thinking. Commitment is not a feeling. Commitment means that I am willing to do what it takes, so long as it's legal and it is morally right. Whatever it takes to achieve it. And then be accountable. Find an accountability. Okay. So how can you now consistently achieve those goals? Write them down, like the way we have looked at, what I've asked you to do. If you read Habakkuk chapter 2, this is where I borrowed this envisioning. Habakkuk 2, chapter 2, verse 2 to 3, it says, it's God who was actually answering Habakkuk, because in chapter 1, Habakkuk was complaining. Yani he was complaining that God, people are evil, things are not going right. The same way Kenyans are complaining now. Oh God, this hustler government, now they have raised the taxes. Now they are taxing the content creators. And now I don't know where to go. That is how Kenyans are right now. And then chapter 2, God says to Habakkuk, write these answers. That some versions of the Bible say, write these answers. Other versions will say, write this vision. Write it in big letters that someone who is running can see them. And he even says that these are the promise of the future. Okay, so I want you to write those goals and know that this is the promise that God is promising you for the future, not today. So then how do you live today? You need to, remember I've said you connect that big goal into your daily actions. Keep pause, keep checking. How are you performing? Get an accountability coach or buddy. And I am inviting you to make 20X team to be your accountability coach. Why? Because we'll be there to tell you, ukienda hivi, you won't make the money you want. But if you turn this way, you actually are likely to make the money. Why? We've gone the journey, been there. And then celebrate every moment, because every moment you choose to do the small things that you're supposed to do every day are moments of greatness. All right? Any questions up to that point? I know you're like, wow, time is going. Winfred, your hand is up. Please go ahead, unmute and ask. Did you want to ask a question, Winfred? Anyone who has a question so far? Okay, so how can we help you at 20X become, achieve, you noted I didn't go too deep into goal setting because I know you know how to set goals. I went into how do you achieve them. And I want to show you how we can help you achieve that big, audacious goal. That one, among all the things you have said, that one that has a strong why, that if you do not do it, it's like you feel like it's putting fire on your behind, that you have to just run and do it. That is a goal we want you to set. And once you have it, you've written it in big letters like what Habakkuk was told to do, then please come. We will help you achieve it. And this is what we have for you. So your next steps. Once you have set the goal, we have a 21-day sales challenge. Now, 21 days sales challenge, we've designed this to help you change your behavior. Remember, there is always a gap between what you know and what you do. Right now, you have known something new. I am sure you've learned something new you didn't know. But now doing it, translating that head knowledge into action, that is where the work is. So if you join the 21-day sales challenge, what we'll do for the next 3 weeks, I think it's starting on Monday, if I'm not wrong. The next one is starting on Monday. Yes. Is it true, Derek?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's starting on Monday. And on Monday, when you join, you begin a journey of that, doing the things I've just asked you to do. Why? Because I know you won't do them. Even if you write them, you'll forget them. Just come. We'll help you make sure, that you do them. And then, you know why I know? Because you've been setting them. Since you started selling or your business, you've been setting goals, isn't it? Why haven't you been achieving? Okay, so we'll take you through that journey of connecting that goal with your daily action. And what we want to achieve, it takes 21 days to change a behavior. So we want you to get the behavior to become the person who can actually achieve that goal for 21 days. Okay. Now, for those who have gone through the 21 days, yeah, this is for you as a salesperson or business owner. If you're selling real estate or clothes or engineering products like Engineer Mutoi, this is for you. And those who really hate selling, you know, like, I wish sales could be removed from me. Please come. It is a very easy, is it easy or simple? Which is which? The thing is, it is simple, but not easy, or something like that, yeah. If your income has stagnated, this is for you. If you think sales is hard and you wish you could even outsource it for someone else to do it, this is for you. If you've been selling occasionally, you know, like this week, if you sold every day, then you're good. If you've been selling every day since the beginning of the month, then you're good, you don't need it. But if you've not been selling every day and you can't predict when next you will sell, then this is for you. All right. Then the other offer we have is 12-week sales accelerator, which is starting on 5th of July. Now this one, we compress time. We create a 3 weeks, a 12 weeks year or 3 months year, whereby the pressure you normally have towards the end of the year is the pressure we want you to have. And we meet you every week so that you're accountable to what you said you will do. You know that goal you set? We want you to report every step that you make so that we help you navigate through that. And then there's daily training and coaching. It's the same also for 21 days. There's daily training and accountability, but we meet once a week. Yeah, but in between the week, there's training that you go through our plan. Okay. And what we expect in the 12 weeks is that you do double. You just double your sales, or you do 4 times your sales. We've seen people do more, but that is our target, that you do 2 to 4 times your monthly sales. Okay. I'm not going into details, but we have leaders mastermind this for business owners. You have a big team. You sometimes don't know how to handle them. They don't deliver. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So you have, your sales look like a black box. You know, something goes in and you know something will come out, but you don't know what. This is for you. Because we take you through, you know, we help you have a simple, clear, executable sales strategy, a sales generating system that produces sales daily and consistently. And we also help you how to recruit and keep the best salespeople. So just for, I know some people are like asking, how much is it? Yes, we have limited offers. The 21 days is 45,000, but you have a limited offer of 15,000. Oh, it's written 19th of June, but it should be next week, Derek, I believe. Next week on Monday. The 19th of June already started and it's going on. So yeah. And then the 12 weeks is supposed to be 150,000, but we are giving it at 60,000. And the mastermind is 75,000 shillings. Now I can answer questions. We say that the way to get started is to quit talking. You must quit talking and begin action, begin doing. And this is where it begins. Now, let me see by a show of hand, how many are interested? You see, now I talked of commitment and interest, okay? There's a difference between if you're committed or interested. If you're interested, when circumstances are difficult, you can actually forego that which you wanted to achieve. But when you're committed, you're willing to go to any length to get it done. Okay? So I have a question. How many are interested in the 21 days sales challenge? If you're interested in 21 days, please put in the chat. If you're interested in the 12 weeks, put it in the chat. And if you're a business owner and you have a team and you're interested in the mastermind, put it in the chat. And then my next question is, how many are committed to it? So I want you to put, are you interested or are you committed to joining any of those? Let me see in the chat. I still have 1 minute.
There's a question, Eunice, from Justin. Wonder if
Yes.
it's physical or online. Edwin
It
Kihara, I
is.
think you've got your answer.
Yes, Justin, it is virtual. We meet here every week. If it's 21 days, we'll meet every week for 3 weeks. But during the week, there is a lesson for every day, and there are actions you need to do every day. All what you want to do is to acquire the behavior, the habits that makes you become that person who can achieve the goal you have set today, okay? So Edwin, you're interested in 21 days, but you're not committed. Why? What would it take you to be committed? What would you need to get committed? He's also asking, are these trainings for free as a webinar is? No. What I have realized is that people do not value free things. And anyway, why would you want it for free and you're getting results unless you're not expecting results? Why do you want things for free? You don't value free things. Imagine that free thing you got, you don't value it. So it need to cost you something so that then you value it and you're willing to commit. And Edwin, that's why you're saying you're interested. I'm sorry. So when it is free, then you're interested. When it is, when you're willing, you're committing to pay the cost, then you're committed. Let me see, how many are committed? How many are interested? You're either committed or interested. Please put in the chat. Or do you want me to call names? I want to see. And if you have a question, you can ask also. Thank you, Edwin, for the interest. I'm asking you, Edwin, what do I need to do to get you committed? Is Edwin? Edwin, please type. Anastasia, if you're committed, you're going to find the funds. So please find the funds, okay? Edwin, I give you first trial. What is that? We don't try. In 20X, we don't try. We do. We execute. We don't try. So if it's for trial, that is not for 20X. I'm sorry. Yeah, we do, because you have to do. You want to achieve that goal, then you must do what it takes to achieve that. Don't try to do it. Do it. Okay, let me see, Geoffrey, how are the trainings done? They're online. They're all online. All the trainings are online. For the 12 weeks, the graduation, okay, people choose the cohort that you're in. They choose whether they want it physical or online. We have very interesting online graduations also. Yes, all the trainings are online. All right. Any other question? I want to see commitment versus Sally. If you're committed, you will find the funds. Go and find the funds. You know, commitment means I need the money, I'm going to find the money and I will do it. Okay, so find the money. Okay. But if you give excuses to yourself, and the reason why we don't achieve goals is because we accept excuses from ourselves. And because we have accepted those excuses, then other people give us excuses. Why? Because we have already accepted that as a way of life. Yeah. Justin, interested? This time round, I'm gonna try it. Please don't try, please do it. The terms you use are also very important. What time of the day, Derek, what time of the day is it on Monday? I think it's 5:30, is it? What time of the day is it? Please help me, Derek.
It will be at 5:30 in the evening.
Yeah. 5:30. Okay, I'm still waiting to see the commitment versus interest. All right, so with that many remarks, please, let's meet next week. Share the topic. You didn't share the topic, but we have all the channels that you can share the topic that you want us to discuss next week on Thursday. The free webinars are on Thursday, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Again, they're also limited, so you need to take advantage of these opportunities. They're not going to be there forever. They will be withdrawn when they need to, okay? Geoffrey, the class begins on Monday, so you meet every Monday for 3 weeks. And then the other trainings are self-paced. The ones that you'll be doing, the one that you'll be doing will be on the e-learning platform. It is self-paced. You'll do it at your own time, but every day there is a topic for you to cover. Edwin says the next week we do closing the deal. This is what everybody talks about. But there's so much that you need to do before you close the deal, Edwin. The deal will be closed. The deal is normally closed from the beginning. It doesn't happen at the end. It is, who did you target? Did you know your customer? Did you target the right customer? Okay, that is where it begins. If you targeted the right customer, did you listen to their needs? Okay, do you have a solution that fits that need? Then why wouldn't you close? You see? So that is why you actually need to join the 21 days, so that you learn how to close the deal way at the top of the funnel. You're not waiting to do some gimmicks so that you close a deal. Imagine if you target the wrong customer, it doesn't matter whether you jump up and down, it doesn't matter how many tactics we give you, you will never close that customer. So closing deal is not a subject in itself. It is just a final, it's just a confirmation that you did a good job. Yeah. Anastasia says how to target clients. Tim, please take note of these topics, then we will see. Yeah. All right. With that, I will say, I don't know, is there anyone who has something to say, to add, comments, complaints? Derek, Juliana?
I
Faith?
can say we have 2 topics suggested, closing the deal and how to target clients, so we can keep that in mind. I wanted to just give a synopsis of a journey. I come from Ukambani, so if I want to go home, then I come from here and go to Thika Road. There's an opportunity of turning off at, what is that place called? Ruiro. If I miss that turning, will I still get to Ukambani? I will not.
Yes, you can go to
your
Thika.
Business journey. Thika is just up on Bele, then I'll turn. The business journey is, where do you want to go? If you want to make money and the path you're on is not for making money, at some point you have to stop, take a turn, or stop and completely turn back, or stop and start the journey again, get into a place because it's night, take a shower, start the next morning. So in your business journey, figure out where you are. If you're on a path that is taking you nowhere, come to 20X. We'll guide you towards the right path. And that's why we talk about accountability, coaching. It's not just, it's not a class, it's not content. We don't give you that. If you have not discovered ChatGPT, seriously, discover that thing. It's miraculous. It's terribly miraculous. Ask it anything, itakujibu. So that's not our business. Our business is ensuring you do what you're supposed to do to get where you want to be. So if you know where you want to be, we've already done about goals. You know the goal you want to achieve. And somewhere you are lost somewhere. We shall assist you find where you're lost. Then create a path with you that will take you where you want to be. And we shall walk with you until you get there. So that's what I wanted to comment. Thank you for contributing in the chat. I hope I've responded to everybody who had questions. For those who are saying committed, Committed is good, no funds, let's discuss after this. Derek will reach out to you, or you can reach out to any of us. We see if there's a path to getting your business where you want it to be. Thank you so much, and I'm glad to have been in your presence. Thank you, engineer, for being here. If your questions were many, I hope all of them were answered. If not, you can reach out after the call and we'll be able to respond to them all. Everybody else, we have a question that we didn't respond to, please just reach out to us and we shall respond to you. Otherwise, thank you so much and have a good evening.
And let me just add something. If you're here and one day you want to an opportunity, yeah, but now that's a reserve for our students. I shouldn't give you that. I'm sorry. I had to give an opportunity to people to present their businesses, but then I've remembered we will, yeah, it's a reserve for our students. All right, have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.